Hey, what's up, guys? The video is about her being ready for marriage. So it's not hard to figure out, man. Normally, when this happens, the woman, or like I say, they already didn't pass the wall. Like I said, at 26, they already passed 26. They say whenever you hear a woman say whether you're online, which shouldn't be online, or in person, and they say, "I'm ready for marriage," that means they're down bad completely. All the options is dried up. If they do have any options, it's not the options they want. Most likely, it's not going to be a financial benefit from it. It's only going to be a sexual benefit from it. And with an average woman, they have plenty of sexual options. So she's not looking for that. She wants a financial support. That's what she wants. A support group or individual. It don't matter. She's no longer getting random guys that's desperate throwing money at her. Remember, guys, when they're young, they literally on top of the world. But as they get older, what I keep telling you guys, they start getting slower, they start getting fatter, they start getting lazier, all that, man. And they got more mileage on them. So that's it. So when they say I'm ready for marriage, that's basically letting the world know. Remember, they never want to tell you the truth. They always want to sugarcoat it. They telling the world that they completely ran down. That's exactly what that means. So when they run across a female, first of all, if she's in her late 20s, 30s, and she's still not married, it is not saying everybody wants to get married, right? But if she brings that up after she didn't hit the wall, that lets you know right there she's a 304, bro. She's a 304. That's basically what she's telling you, bro. So, this is what it is, man. Don't be looking for no woman who in their late 30s and up, they late 20s and up, you want to marry her. Normally you want to get them as young as possible. That way you can grow old with them and all the other fairy tale stuff or whatever. But you don't want to get her when she's past the wall as far as marrying her. It's okay, well, if you've been living your life, why are you still single? Like I said, anytime you want to get a female upset that's still single or never been married, whatever, ask, okay, well, what you been doing since you was 18 up until now? They're not gonna tell you the truth. They want to beat around the bush. They hoping that you stupid. They can tell you whatever they want to tell you, and you can go ahead and go along with the story. No, bro, never marry a female that's past the wall, bro. Now, unless something happen, like she's a virgin or something like that, like he telling you guys or whatever, or she just been stuck in the house. Because you do have quite a bit of females who stuck in the house. They don't do that. They just go to work and they go home. They literally don't have a actual life. They just go. That's it. But the average female is not like that, bro. They've been getting down, getting around, up and downtown, all over the place. So just keep that in mind, bro. Whenever she says, "Oh, I was younger then, I didn't know what I wanted," or she was trying to find herself. When they say, stuff like, "Oh, I was trying to find myself," or "I didn't know who I was," they let you know they was hoeing. They don't want to tell you they was going to make up some bullshit to say, "Oh, I was blah." No, but you was hoeing. You was hoeing because if you really wanted to get married, you would have got married in your prime. Now you're decline. It's that simple, bro. And even if she was married, she got divorced, that's on you, bro. Like I said, I tell you guys all the time, don't even get married. Don't even get married. I know a lot of guys are remarrying these females and all that other stuff. That's on you, bro. I'm not even gonna get into that. But if she's a regular old female, she's I'm ready for marriage now. I wasn't ready for marriage when I was younger. That means you was hoeing. That's all there is to it, bro. Never take them serious, bro. Always go off what they do, never what they say. But that's basically what it is. When they say, "Oh, I'm ready for marriage," that's basically letting you know that I'm down bad. My options has dried up. Or the quality of options she have is no longer there. Because remember, it's all fun and games when you're young, tight, you know what I mean? Your skin glowing, you ain't got no stretch marks, nothing like that. Yeah, but that's only going to last for so many years. Them years go by quick, bro. Them years go by so quick. Like I say, the earlier she out there on the streets, the earlier she out of hurry up and get locked down. It's that simple. Now, you got some females that's been on the streets earlier than that. Now, some of you guys come across the video, you probably know a female that's like that. This is what it is, bro. They go out there as soon as possible. You know what I mean? I don't want to say the age, I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You got girls that's been getting down way earlier than 18. I done met a couple of them. I asked them, when you started hoeing? Oh, I was hoeing since I was in, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, all right. And now you're looking dumb. The body ain't the same. You don't give a shit. You thinking that you can still keep doing the same. That's the thing. They expect a different result by doing the same thing. They expect a better option without even putting forth any effort. Like I tell you guys all the time, when they young, their body is on point. We all know that. But as they get older, Like they said, the one chick I was messing around with, you know, she was whatever, but she came over there, she, you know, she gave me unlimited blowjobs, whatever, cool. She you know, I was able to talk to her whenever I felt like it, you know, whatever. But she been doing that since she was way before 18, bro. Way before 18. And now her body, I got her at the end. You know what I mean? I ain't get her in her best life. I got her at the end of her life. So now her body all out of shape. She just whatever. Now, you know, she got a nice looking face. But the rest of her, she don't work out. She don't. All she do is go out to eat, sit down all day, bro. She don't work out for shit. She don't give a shit. That's the thing about it. You gotta catch them either when they already in shape or when they keep themselves in shape. Never get them after the fact. Like, why you want to get in shape now, 10 years later? Why you just couldn't maintain your body 10 years ago? You've been good, but now they get all old and wrinkly and foldy and flabby and all that stuff, bro. They expect that, you know, they want a top tier dude who goes to the gym damn near every day, who take care of himself inside and out. But they expect a guy like that to get with them. Like, nah, you a fat bag. Why would I do that? And they get mad when you turn them down. This is the thing. They wouldn't be upset if they just stay in their lane. They know that dude don't want them, but they want to go over there with shoot. Nah, you ain't gonna do nothing. You'll get turned down. That's all there is to it. But they do it to themselves. They get mad. They go on social media, these dumbass posts about men are shallow, all this other stuff like that. But you won't date a man on your level. You going out of your reach. Females know what they can get, what they can't get. Guys, we know what we can get, what we can't get. Now you might have, you know, something that come through as unexpectedly, that happens unexpectedly. I understand that, but on the average, well, everybody know where they at on the food chain. That's all there is to it. So whether you know you can get better options by getting money or getting your ass in shape or dressing better or you know, fixing your personality, that will help you climb that ladder. You know, you'll go up a couple of notches based off of that. Now some people need a little help, a little improvement. Some people need a lot of improvement. It all comes down to your situation, what you're willing to put in. But at the end of the day, you got to put in work. But yeah, you literally have women that's 4s and 3s think they can get Michael B. Jordan and Denzel when he was in his prime and somebody like, nah, bro, you're a fat bag. You're a fat bag. You got terrible BO. You never brush your teeth. You don't even know how to take care of your own damn hair. You're broke. You got a messed up personality. Your attitude is terrible, but you want somebody on that level. That's how they think, bro. Never let a woman think when she is in a messed up situation like that she deserves you because she a female. Nah, bro. Nah. You gotta work for it. Same thing when you want that position or that raise, what you gotta work for to get it. It's that simple. A lot of them are so entitled because this is why they feel so entitled. Because when they was younger getting ran through, guys never told them no. They did whatever they could just to get this to bend her over. And she thinking that she winning, but at the end of the day, she taking the L. Every penny that's going inside her, she taking the L, bro. That's why a lot of these females feel entitled, because when they was younger, when they was on top of the world, guys just giving them whatever. And on top of that, they was bending them over. Now it's different. Now they just want you to just give them everything they ask for, and they don't offer you nothing. That's where it's at now. But back then, you had to give something to get something. Now it's like you got so many of these Sims out here, they just giving stuff away, and the females ain't got to do nothing. So a lot of them think they still have that position when they was younger. Now when they old and they all ran through, a lot of them still thinking like that. But they know they just lying to themselves. They've been lying all their life, so of course they gonna keep lying to themselves. They delusional, bro. But they know the truth. They know damn well that dude don't want them. They know damn well if you go over there, you got to put in some work to get something. Maybe. They know that, but they want to live in the illusion. It's going off of that. Oh, if I believe it, I can achieve it. Nah, it ain't none of that. It ain't none of that. They know that, bro. And instead of them just dealing with the guys in they little ecosystem, they want to go outside the pond. They want to leave the pond and go to the next pond down the way, and they think it's gonna be the same result. Nah, it's not. As females get older, their value decreases. We all know. It's like getting a brand new car. You get a brand new, I don't know, Lexus or something, man. 450, top of the line. You get it brand new. That matter, it's not even the same. It's the next year. It's 2025. You get the 2026 model, 450, no miles. You gonna pay a premium. As years go by, the price gonna decrease. You're gonna get a couple scratches, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they stopped selling this part, so now you gotta use an aftermarket part. It's not gonna be an OEM no more, 100%. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stuff that you're gonna have to repair, stuff that you may not repair, you're gonna just let slide. And then as time go on, it's gonna decrease. And God forbid if you have different owners, but comparing that to a female, you're gonna have a lot of owners. So imagine you getting a brand new 450, 2026, you are the only owner. And then as years go by, oh, new owner. Just keep going by, and then 10 years later, that thing had 15 owners. You gonna put it back on the market? You think the guy who's looking at the car gonna pay full price? If anything, gonna pay full price. If anything, is gonna buy it? Nah. They're like, bro, hell nah. If you do convince him to buy it, he gonna give you literally nothing for it. Like, man, they got a whole bunch of miles. It's been wrecked like 6 times. You know, you ain't been keeping up with the maintenance. You know what I mean? None of that, bro. So you gonna get what you gonna get. Same thing with these females, but they want to live in delusion, thinking that, oh, I'm gonna demand. You know, I'm gonna demand my status. Nah, fam. You had that when you was younger. Now that you old, you getting ran through still. Nothing changed. Only thing changed was your attitude and your body. That's all it is to it, man. So when you hear a female say, oh, I was young and dumb. Oh, I had to go find myself. I'm ready for marriage. Oh, because I wasn't mature enough back then. All that means that she was hoeing, bro. She was getting ran through on the regular. That's it, bro. Because I guarantee you this, back then when she was younger on top of the world, she didn't have all those stipulations. All she was looking, okay, he look good, I'm going to let him bend me over. Now that she older, oh, you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, this and that, and she still won't even give you the stuff. And if you do ask for it, she going to look at you like you crazy. Like, man, I done gave you all, I did all this stuff for you, you ain't going to let me bend you over? That's all it was. When she was young, bro, she ain't had no stipulations. I've been there, bro. I've been there. I had chicks, man, chicks was doing the wildest, whether it was me or just in general. They was doing the wildest stuff just for the free, bro, for the free 99. So now that she older, she ran through her body all out of whack, look like a bag of melted marshmallows. Now she wants you to do all that. Man, get out of here. That's all it is to it, bro. So like I said, if you ain't get her when she was in her prime, don't get her in her decline, bro. If anything, have fun with her. And like I say, easy laying, you on your way. And you can call me heartless or whatever you want to call me, bro. That's reality, bro. That's reality. Them same dudes I be seeing now, that's all these females inbox chasing these females. That same female that you chased after was getting bent over for the free, bro. I promise you. She'll leave the club after you over here buying those drinks and stuff like that. Come over old boy house or whatever with his homeboys and have a fun party. And then that's it. You over here, oh, you know, good night, and you know, I hope I hear from you tomorrow. Like, yeah, while we over here laughing at you and stuff like that, bro. Laughing at your messages, bro. Like, that's what it is, bro. That's all it is to it. So that's the signs you need to look out for. I was young and dumb. I had to find myself. I didn't know what I wanted. I'm ready for marriage. That's all the signs that she's basically saying that she's been ran through and her options literally dried up. That's all it is to it. I'm going to say this too. When she's younger, I know you guys probably don't want to hear this. When she's younger, she has more leverage. Because guys would do a little bit more when she on top of the world. You know what I mean? When I say when she's young, her body tight, all that stuff, man, she has more leverage. But as she starts to get older, all of that leverage starts to go away. That's just reality. Now, you got some women that still look good. I understand that, but that's not the norm. That's not the norm, especially in America, bro, because the average person is obese. So like I said, when she was younger, she can get most stuff when she's younger. But as she get older, all that stuff starts to go away. And the crazy part about it is, a lot of them young girls, when they was on top of the world, back in the day, they didn't have any standards, bro. If they had, it's like literally, they literally had no standards, bro, when they was younger. So something they was letting us do to them was amazing. It's man, I ain't got letting you hit them for the free, bro. Now they got older, they mad because they never benefited off of it. They're like, okay, well, I've been hoeing all my life, I ain't getting nothing out of it. And on top of that, they looking at the young girls and seeing what they getting out these guys, and they ain't even sleeping with them. So now they jealous. You're like, damn. When I was her age, I wasn't getting none of that. I wasn't doing none of that. I should have thought of that. It was a different time, you know what I mean? But still, now they even more. That's why I say a lot of these women now, they get on social media, the older women, trying to encourage the young girls. They're giving them terrible advice because they don't want to see them They don't want to see them capitalize on what they missed out. You know what I mean? It's jealousy, bro. Why are you telling these young girls to go out there, run the streets, get ran through, have all these baby daddies? Because they don't want them to see them. They don't want the old women don't want to see the young girls do better than them. So now they out here putting out this false information. Oh, don't worry about getting married. Because remember, they wasn't worried about that when they was younger. What they was doing, getting ran through, bro. So they gonna tell the young girls that so they can get them messed up too, because they don't want them to see like, okay, well, that ain't it. Let me go ahead and get married and have a family and then live my life happily ever after. They don't want to see that because they messed that up. And then they see these young girls out here getting all this money, all this stuff, and they ain't even got to get bent over. And the whole time, Brittany was over there letting dudes run in her mouth on the regular, bro, at a bachelor party. You know what I mean? Like all kind of stuff. So now they regretting what they missed out on. Now they like, oh, now they try to get back out there, but it's too late because they body messed up. They get these jacked up ass operations, and then they competing with these 19, 20-year-old girls, and they know they're not gonna win. So they even mad with that because when they go back out there in the scene out there in the clubs like that, it ain't nothing but a whole bunch of young people out there. So now you that 40, 50-year-old woman trying to blend in. Nobody really gonna say nothing because it's like it's awkward. So they let you have a little weird moment, but you over here thinking that you winning when you not. Like everybody looking at you weird, like who grandma is this? Who aunt is this? And you act like you trying to blend in. Nah, man, it ain't gonna work. So they just down bad at the end of the day, man. So that's stuff you guys gotta look out for, man. And then like I say, man, the older they get, the value drop like a stone. Especially after, like I said, after 26, that that's what it is, bro. But like for you to be in your 30s, 40s, and you think you about to compete with some 20-year-old females, nah, that's a fraction of your weight. Cause remember, they already in the 200s and something pounds. They weigh just as much as me or more. So what you looking at a young 19-year-old girl and you weigh 200 pounds more than her with a whole bunch of miles, you do life then already took over. You already didn't live life to the fullest. We can look at you and tell. And you think you got a chance to get a dude over her? Nah, even if you are tricking, a lot of them be tricking. They the one that got some kind of money. They still gonna lose. At the end of the day, it's like, why I'm gonna give it this old ass female? Why I get it with a young one? You know what I mean? That's all it is too, guys. If you got any questions, any stories, man, leave them down below. Like, share, subscribe, and no matter what, I'll protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.